All right, this is going to be a short reading from my new book, The Bachelorette, Murder Island. I am going to start at the beginning. The year is 2054. Nation-states are sliding into extinction. Most of the world is ruled by a corporate coalition called the Global Peace and Prosperity Alliance. As for you, you're a wage slave for the Namaste Corporation. You've just finished another brutal 14-hour shift and stumbled into your closet-sized apartment, too tired to even turn on your low-grade sex robot. You fall onto your dirt mattress and command your AI assistant to order you Chinese food. Your usual, of course. Quickly, you spring up. You turn on your holographic, three-dimensional virtual reality entertainment system. You'd almost forgotten, but tonight's the night. There's a new program you've absolutely been dying to see. The room goes dark. Epic music plays as the impossibly handsome Charles Brave walks into your living room. He tosses his head as he does, his shining blonde hair flipping perfectly across his tanned forehead. He smiles, and his perfect white teeth force you to blink back tears. You should probably go outside more often. "Hello, welcome," he says, opening his arms wide. Even having seen him before, the sheer size of him is staggering. "Welcome to the Bachelorette, Murder Island, an entertainment experience like no other. We have a truly incredible show for you tonight, one filled with..." Charles blinks out of existence. There's a moment of interference. You lean forward in your chair. This never happens. After a moment, a person appears dressed in the distinctive red balaclava of the hacker terrorist group No One. "Charles Brave is lying to you." No One begins. You can barely make out the words. A sharp buzzing drones out No One's voice. You want to turn up the volume, but you're afraid. Even now, they're listening. What you probably should do is shut the holo off, but you know you're not going to do that. Mood Manager AI. Things he's not telling you. Must stop. Only you can... With a last sharp buzz, No One winks out of existence. "We're sorry. We're experiencing technical difficulties. Please wait." After a moment, Charles reappears in your living room. His mouth is still fixed in that perfect smile, but his eyes contain an icy rage. "We're sorry about that. It appears we had a security breach, but everything is fine now, and your entertainment is just about to begin." He takes a deep breath, visibly composes himself, and begins again. "As I was saying, we have a truly incredible entertainment experience for you today. One that includes betrayal, lust, love, pain, sacrifice, beauty, and of course, lots of murder. You're about to witness a truly incredible story that contains, and I promise, the most realistic gore of any entertainment experience in history. The combination of AI technology, real human models, and the absolute best in CGI have combined to produce something you simply won't believe isn't real. Feel the blood splatter on your face, smell the voiding of a dead man's bowels, step over the bodies, or feel your foot against flesh. We've captured everything about the human senses and we put it into this experience for you. You can know exactly what it's like to kill, or die, without ever leaving the comfort of your home. As far as our story goes, I have to start by introducing our heroine, the incredibly beautiful Ava LaChance. At the end of tonight's games, one of our lucky competitors will have won a marriage contract with this statuesque goddess, along with 20 million sen coins. He'll be the luckiest man in existence, I'd say. What do you think, Ava? Ava LaChance walks into your apartment. She's almost too much for your senses. Every line of her face and body appears as if it was engineered to draw desire from all who laid eyes on her. Her golden hair flows down her back, curling just above her bottom. "That's right, Charles. I can't wait to see which one of our competitors I'm about to marry. Also, I'd just like to stress for anyone worried, I'm doing this completely consensually. In fact, I'm delighted to be here." Ava smiled. but her blue eyes looked haunted when she looked in Charles' direction. That was hardly surprising. They had been dating for a while, as everyone knew. If anything, the luckiest man alive comment could be seen as a bit of a slam. Might be worth pulling up the chatter app to see the latest comments. No one doubted that, Ava, Charles said, and they both gave a forced laugh. Now, I think we should meet tonight's competitors. Head this way and we'll... He winks out of existence again. There's more interference. That's when you hear the worst words you can possibly hear during the Holo VR entertainment event of the century. Connection lost. Chapter 1. Namaste Corporation found the following memory chip on Brave Island, home of the CEO of Transcend Corporation, Charles Brave, on December 26, 2054. Namaste has been unable to confirm the authenticity of the information on the chip. The name on the chip, Bijan Latifi. What appeared to be a small, handwritten note fluttered from Bijan's hands onto the dirt. He closed his eyes, his face expressionless. A close observer might have noticed that in spite of that calm expression, Bijan was trembling. His heat-tech bio-enhanced eyes were dark red in the dim light, and a flicker of rage passed over his face, making him look like a nightmarish demon made flesh. He surveyed his surroundings. There were no heat signatures nearby. His hound-tech nose, the one that frightened children, also detected nothing but dirt and bugs. He couldn't help but shake his head as he moved down the halls. He and Brave had been so close, or so he'd thought. Apparently, their brotherhood only meant anything to one of them. He swallowed hard as he smelled smoke ahead, and he moved into a crouch. It was time to fully concentrate on staying alive, rather than getting distracted thinking about Brave. He dimmed his eyes a touch as he moved forward. The smoke was coming from a torch. Beside the torch was a camera. Bijan was about to move on, but then he turned and grabbed the camera in a meaty hand and ripped it off the wall with a powerful twist. Then he slammed it onto the ground and crushed it with his heel. Fuck Brave. Fuck his sick games. He moved past the torch and sputtering electronics and found an intersection, then gave the air a cautious sniff. There it was, thin and unmistakable, but there was a human nearby, off to his right. Was it crazy of him to immediately move closer? That was what he wondered as he continued toward the scent. It was at Brave's suggestion that he'd gotten the implant. Sometimes he wondered if that should have been the first sign that the man was cruel. It was hard to explain how awful it was to smell the burning skin of your comrades in battle, in the sort of detail that even now made Bijan shudder. To know whether your date was attracted to you through scents she probably would have preferred to keep private. To know how recently your brother had taken a bath. The gene tech could be useful, though, as it was now. Now what he smelled was fear. It was a difficult thing to explain, being able to smell emotions. Yet that had been the strangest gift and curse of the implant. To Bijan, each emotion had a flavor, a distinctive scent that he couldn't explain, only savor or wish for the ability to repel. In fact, Bijan's sense of smell was so acute that he could sense that the person nearby was a woman, and that she'd pissed herself. Didn't exactly fit the profile of the badass love-bringer and peace-bringer elite types he'd been told to expect down here, did it? Still, he couldn't be too careful. He moved more slowly through the tunnel, taking his time to assess his surroundings. As he turned a corner, he saw a saber lying on the ground. Well, this had to be a trap, didn't it? He stopped dead, assessing. This was Charles Brave's world. You didn't know what was real and what wasn't. He inhaled deeply and took a chance.